You've played a real person, or a character based on a real person before. In this particular case, was it a lot of pressure to sort of play somebody who was real, or were you sort of liberated by the fact that you weren't necessarily, there wasn't like a specific reference other than a reference point other than the book?
You know, I felt that I wanted to kind of get McCandless. I wanted to be true to who he was as a person. You know, I didn't want to just throw the character out the window and do my own interpretation or anything like that. But at the same time, you know, I was liberated in the sense that I could do what I wanted to do. You know, that's the way Sean likes to work.
Mm-hmm. What were some of the things that you specifically wanted to sort of emphasize as you were sort of developing the role?
I wanted his physicality to really come across, that he was a very capable, strong person who could survive on his own in the wild. You know, he had the skills, he had the mental stamina, he had the physical, you know, tools for it. And also I wanted to kind of, you know, well, that's the main thing, really.
Mm-hmm. Well, he has this sort of amazing sort of benevolence. I mean, like, even when he's dealing with people who are uncooperative or even hostile to him, I mean, he's not, you know, adversarial. He's not fighting with them. I mean, is that something that that's sort of easy, just sort of when you're reflecting on, like, maybe a situation that you might have been in or might be in, that it would be hard for you to sort of do yourself?
Sometimes you're kind of fighting your tongue, but he was very good-natured about that.
Mm-hmm. And also, this is a guy who is definitely, whether or not he's sort of outrunning it, he's definitely trying to come to terms with his past. Is that something that's hard to sort of portray on screen? Is it something that, in terms of juxtaposing sort of the flashbacks and little vignettes of his family life, that just comes from editing?
I mean, that's something that you wanna be aware of and try to get across as best you can. It's tricky, though. You know, you do rely on the film medium of editing and stuff like that to bring it across. But hopefully, if you're in the right scenes with the right moments, it'll get across easier.
Mm-hmm. What sort of lessons do you take away from working on a movie like this, and what sort of lessons would you hope that the audience maybe take away?
You know, the lessons for me are all. You know, some of them are related to the film, and some of them are related to just the experience I had making the film. But I think that the wanderlust that the film, you know, kind of touches upon is something that exists within us all. You know, that yearning quest for adventure. I mean, that was what I felt when I first read the book, and I think that that's what people feel when they see the film. And I don't know, I think getting itchy feet, you know, wanting to have new experiences and live life to the fullest.
Mm-hmm. And finally, what does an experience like this, a filmmaking experience like this, teach you when you move on to something that's like a big sort of action commercial juggernaut like Speed Racer?
You know, I think I learned a lot of patience. You know, I had a lot of, Into the Wild was such a long, hard shoot that I think I just went into Speed Racer with a lot more stamina.